And all right, it looks like the champion choice will be that Sett brawler. But here we go, guys. It is the round of top 32. A Sett going head to head against Master Yi, the second most represented deck in our tournament. Is Sett gonna be doing? There's only 2 remaining sets in the entirety of top 32. Does he have what it takes to move on forward and keep fighting his way past the top 16? Maybe, as I called from the first day one, is he going to be solidifying a top 8 position? I would love to see it. And ooh, we've seen some charms from Master Yi, so definitely perhaps not that Aurora Yi like you said.
Oh no, you would not. You would never play Altar of Unity on a non-Aura.
Absolutely.
Or this is the weirdest. It would not have, or it would not have made it until this step of the tournament, this phase of the tournament. Pit Rookie first. You don't like it because you would rather have it buffing someone. Usually, you like when you've got friend to have the Citria Pit Rookie combo at least, even if you waste 1 buff. Yeah.
Yeah, and although he's not a dazzling Aurora Yi most likely, he still has the tools available to him for a rank. So Catalyst of Aeons, getting the 2 channels runes onto the board. So he's going to have a total of 8 runes going on his 3rd turn. So quite formidable amount of runes to deal with nice and early. As you said, Pit Rookie, not the optimal turn 1. Rather play it when something else to get the value buff. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Let's see if he at least has a second play. And man, not too ideal as well, but Sett Brawler gonna get value no matter what. You do get the buff on the play, but sometimes you want to play it when you have to deal with bigger creatures. Right now there's just a Poro, but Sett's legend ability, you're able to keep it safe usually.
That shows that the Sett send is pretty clunky because the Pit Rookie turn 1 is not the best. You want to wait possibly 1 more turn to develop your set. But I mean, sure, why not? Let's see what he can do with it.
Yeah, we will see indeed.
Maybe against he it's good because you need the big might tool challenge quickly. This little Poro that goes this thing goes up to 5 mites, guys.
Yeah, for a 2 energy, it is gross how strong a 2 might unit can be, or 2 energy unit can be in the hands of Master Yi. So I agree with you. Sometimes you got to go tall, and Sett Brawler is probably the best card at going tall. Infinite amount of capability if you're able to keep adding buffs on it. You use a buff, gain +4, I believe. Was it? I think it is. Yeah, +4. So able to get carried away. Double charm. I think, did we just see a snap vine? We haven't been able to see a snap vine all tournament long. I think that was because it was a double powered card.
Yeah, I think snap vine is really weak in a lot of matchups, and so you don't like to run it anymore. Is this Yi ramp or Yi classic? Guys, Yi ramp is Yi classic now.
Yeah, it's definitely the normal Yi, if you will.
And now the normal Yi is Yi ramp, and you will see definitely free Find Your Center and sometimes some Catalyst of Aeons.
Yeah, as we saw him use
but
earlier.
You will play those. You will still play those big like Dead Bloom and Fey Folk. You will see them, and it's either that or Yi Aurora. And the classic Yi that some people might be talking about with a lot of turn 2 and then only some spells and so on. This thing does not exist anymore.
Yeah, I think that was just early on in the Riftbound meta, just trying to figure things out, but decides to deploy the champion, enters ready, goes after the Monastery Hirana, taking down the Pit Rookie. Sett's all but tapped out. Of course, you could go with something like Call to Glory, but it won't be enough to take down the 6 total might from that Yi champion, so it does go up to 2. And Poro looking like the likely target for the Sett Brawler. Of course, he would have enough might to take down the Yi. Maybe that's the possibility, but you have to keep in mind there's 1 rune available. 1 rune available for Master Yi, so something like those nice on guards to get +2 might and effectively +4 might when you're talking about Master Yi, so you're not going to be able to get over this Master Yi so easily. Pit Rookie adding another buff, so potentially +8 on this Sett Brawler. Does he decide to get rid of another buff? He does. So what is that? A whopping
12.
12. Right.
And there's nothing he can do. Because even Vanguard would not be enough. So he gets the buff and does this. I don't think you spend it because you want to be able to retreat potentially. That still leave an Alta Unity Conquered that's going to hold again with another token. That's a lot.
Yeah, it looks like because yeah, to your point, there's no accelerated potential from the Sett player. Unless I'm forgetting a certain card, there's not many 2 cards that are going to be able to push forward on that Altar Unity, so it could be another recruit token. I'm wondering how this Master Yi is going to maximize the recruit tokens. Usually you have plays able to sacrifice recruit tokens to incur some kind of value, but I'm trying to think about Master Yi's cards. There's not too many cards that can make full use. Perhaps he's just getting them to get +3 on a battlefield. If you hold alone, 3 is still more than a pit rookie alone, so we'll see.
Are we going to see time limit on turn? No, there's no way because your opponent can play during your turn. So they wouldn't. It doesn't make sense to put some time limit during.
And backing up those Monastery Hirana defenses with the Fiora coming down. So a total of 8 might defending, or make that 9 might because of the shield 1 from Fiora. So passing it back over to Master Yi. Let's see what he's going to be working with. Because now that
He's playing around the Dead Bloom, clearly. 3... Yeah, but he's got enough for Dead Bloom plus... Vanguard, but then you have the Call to Glory.
Yeah, it would have the call, and of course I misspoke. She doesn't have the shield just yet. She would have to be in that mighty range, so it doesn't have the +1 to get her up to 5. So Master Yi's thinking he wants to be very careful what he decides to do. Every turn at this stage is very impactful, so has 2 recruit tokens to work with. Only one recruit token that is actually readied, but it looks like he has about 5 or 6 cards to work with. I didn't get to see if that was indeed a Snapvine. Snapvine would be enough to take down either of these units on the Hirana, but one of them, actually both of them, you can do the Sett Legend ability to save it.
No, you can do no. Fiora doesn't have any buff.
Yeah, no buff.
But you can do the Call to Glory to both of them, so the Snapvine would just die instantly.
True, so that's the risky play. And he does indeed. We have full information as we're looking from the aerial view. He does have Call to Glory, so perhaps that's what our Master Yi player is really considering. What is the likelihood that my opponent has a Call to Glory? In this occasion it's 100%, but you never know sitting in front of the table. He's thinking, what does he want to do? Oh, he has a charm, so probably going to be sending at least the pit rookie. Decides for the Fiora because there will be 4. Fiora's an attacker even if it had mighty, so it wouldn't be getting the shield. And as you mentioned before, this portal is going to be going up to 5 total on the defense. Is that enough to cost them or want him to deploy the Call to Glory on this Poro?
No. I think you let Fiora die because he doesn't want to.
And it looks like
he
he's
obviously has some
valuing it.
discipline and some and stuff like that.
He ended up going with it. I think he's thinking about he might get a nice cheeky conquer on his opponent's turn. Call to Glory. You pay 1 buff to get +3 on a unit, and he decides to play it. Oh, and
if he plays anything, he cannot Dead Bloom anymore. Okay, so he won't Dead Bloom this turn.
Yeah, because he did play the Defy. So if Fiora goes down, since it doesn't receive the buff, a little Poro taking a 4 energy unit. You love to see it as the Master Yi player. And now bringing in the other character. Oh my goodness, no Sett Legend ability.
Wait, but the Sett that still spent the Sett buff. Yeah, because you spend it after you play, before you play the card.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough. So yeah, that's why I really didn't want him to spend. I wanted him to let Fiora die because now he was so exposed to anything, and now he lost the game. That was so risky to use Call of Lore in this situation.
Yeah, beautifully played so far, executing and sequencing everything perfectly, trying to bait out the Call to Glory first before knowing that you have two charms. So you know now in hindsight, that's exactly why he took his time and really dove in the deep think tank, thinking about how am I gonna go ahead and approach this. I have two charms in hand. If I do my math right, I think I can get rid of both of these units on the Hirana and then push in my recruit token and having a massive advantage, 5 points versus a 2 as the Master Yi player, which usually doesn't gain points to the later game.
Yeah, and now the Pit Rookie is weaker than the token.
Right. That's what we were talking about. I think they're just using these recruit tokens, knowing that Master Yi has that passive +2 might. So it is weaker, a 2 might versus a 3, not enough from the Pit Rookie. Master Yi getting played a bit different that we've seen this entire tournament. And I will say, I'm liking this version of Master Yi. I like it a bit more than just straightforward Dazzling Aurora.
Yeah, definitely. I think, yeah, I have nothing against the Rampy. I mean, it's simple, it's not beautiful, but at least it's an interactive deck. It's a fun deck to play overall when you begin, and I think that's what was supposed to be. The interaction are pretty fun and so on. It's just a bit too strong as a legend. And yeah, apart from the aura here, legend, I have nothing against it.
Yeah, I think
It's
he's
not.
playing
It's
it
nothing
well. I
personal.
think it's very respectable what he's doing. Of course, does feel a little cheap with that passive +2, but nonetheless, that's just what Master Yi does. Let's see how Sett approaches this going forward, because he just has a simple Pit Rookie at the base, not a lot to work with. Primal Strength in hand if he wants to be aggressive Pit Rookie, but these are just not optimal plays. Let's see if he finds some kind of line that he feels that he agrees upon. Goes with just developing the board for now, deploys a Soaring Scout and another Sett Brawler onto the base. Not too bad. It looks like he's setting up for some Conquers potentially the following turn.
Yeah.
But it looks like Master Yi in the driver's seat so far. You passed it back and now he's all the way at 7 points. Just one more point away. And look at the discrepancy between these points. 2 to 7. That is a big gap, a big margin to fill between these guys. He's feeling good. Master Yi can sit back. I mean, defending is what Master Yi does best. So I wouldn't blame him for wanting to stay and try to hold these battlefields. Because I think that's probably the better approach. Maybe keep playing units on these battlefields. Force them to try to take both battlefields. Because at this position, it's going to be tough. Sett Brawler most likely gets rid of one. But if you could try to evenly distribute your resources among both of them, I don't think he has an ability to take two of them. And it looks like BTM really thinking about it. He's like, wait a minute. If he stacks something like... I mean, what other units have we seen? Let's see if he has other ones, because we haven't seen the Master Yi's hand in a little bit.
Yes, I know he has a Dead Bloom in hand.
Okay.
And the rest, I don't know. But I think it's like... It doesn't have any play right now. I think it's just open pass. But it's so much ahead that it's not a problem.
Yeah, he's super ahead right now. He could hold back, just leave some combat tricks. We don't know exactly what's in hand. Oh, did he pass? Because it almost looked like he's readying his runes, but no, he's just touching them. He's just interacting while he waits. Only has one rune to actually do something with for the Sett player. 2 in hand versus a 3 in hand for Master Yi. But you know, this is what we expect to see in a top 32 match. Both of these guys are slowing the pace of play down. They're really taking their time to make sure they make the most ideal plays every single turn. Because in Riftbound, like most TCGs really, every turn matters. It's almost like small little details add up and make a big difference at the end of the day. And as you said, the Dead Bloom Predator coming in and interesting enough decides to play it onto the base.
Yeah, that makes sense because you want to have more to react, and if you put another unit on the stack, it's how to say that you lose the effect, and you're good with just having those small units. Sett will have to play his game, and then it will be just easy for you to get back in the ring and conquer everything after.
Right, of course. I always forget Master Yi only gets that passive if it's the only defending unit, so I would have taken that away. So being very intentional
Now
with their plays.
look already the situation. He has to go with Pit Rookie plus Soaring Scout into that one token just to even trade it, and then Sett has to spend this buff to get to 8 and to have a chance against the Poro. The difference of power is absurd.
Absurd indeed. Two cost unit for a free recruit token that Master Yi got from the Ultra Unity. That is impressive. The value you're getting from a single recruit token when we're talking about a Master Yi as our legend.
Oh, there's the challenge. So there are things that can be done because you can like buff your Sett, challenge the Dead Bloom, then go trade with the token to heal the Sett while even if it's not in combat yet, and then you can aggro the Poro.
I think he's going for the challenge first, or not the challenge, but the conquer
yeah,
first,
the conquer first,
and then he's gonna go for the challenge since the damage would have stuck around for when he went into the conquer.
Oh so yeah, because he's got the buff, so that leaves him at 9 right now. So now he doesn't have to do any other buff against the... What?
Ooh,
what
expending an entire challenge to get rid of the recruit token is interesting decision, but these guys have made it into the top 32, so they know what they're doing. They have a game plan in mind. I think he's scared of a potential...
He's got the Gnar spell. He's scared about...
on guard, maybe, right?
On guard, yeah, okay. Say he's got your opponent has only 2 cards. Say he's got on guard, you had an end square. With no Dead Bloom on the field. Yeah, but then you can't retake the monastery. Okay, sure. Yeah, he wanted to... I think, yeah, the fact that his opponent was at 7 is like, no, I can't leave him the field, I need to be sure. Maybe that changed things.
Yeah, he's talking about it looks like Sett trying to control the pace. He's trying to control these battlefields, but there is massive units, or at least one massive unit, being that Dead Bloom Predator. It looks like he has an easy conquer.
He's got that Gnar spell to deal with it. No.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Primal Strength is called in
Primal
Riftbound.
Strength, yeah. I call it Burr, like that. So,
So it does go down. It looks like he traded... Wait. What did... I missed it finding the Gnar for you, or the Primal Strength for you. Just in case it does get deployed this turn. He just traded the Poro for the Soaring Scout?
The token for the Soaring Scout,
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, that's why it's not in this card. It was just one token for the Soaring. So gets the Exhausted Rune channel for the Death ability. Still thinking about what he wants to do. I wish they showed us the hand cam a little bit more. I feel like they've been a bit better showing the hand cam early on. To be fair, it looks like the hands have been on the board the entire game, so that's probably what's going on. They just haven't even let the cameraman check out, so we're a little bit in the dark.
I'm just realizing that we don't often see Soaring Scout in Sett's decks, because usually you accept to be low on runes and you play the Trifarian girl, and so on.
And it looks like we can get a little bit of insight. The Pit Rookie will be played out. Who is the likely target? It looks like he chose the recruit. No, it's the Clockwork. So up to 3 total might contesting the Pit Rookie on the opposing side on the Hirana. Is that going to be enough, or does he want to try to save it? It seems like an overkill if you commit a primal strength here.
Yeah. You need to save Sett so that you're able to reconquer after. The problem is that you don't have, if you don't have any accelerate after to get back this battlefield. So weirdly enough, I think the best play could be to not get the other battle. No, I don't know.
Yeah, let's see. I like this so far because you know that the valuable card, the most likely target for something like a primal strength will be the Sett. So he's forcing him to use some resources on the other battlefield. Oh, and doing the Hirana of his own.
Yeah.
Since he both has Pit Rookie, gonna be
So he'll
using
draw
the
2
buff
cards.
to draw.
That's 2 cards. He was solo on cards and now he's back on with a lot of choice.
Wait, Leroy, remind me why he's drawing 2. I thought it was just 1.
He was already at 7.
That's exactly right. Exactly. So 7, and there is the primal strength coming down, trying to keep that Sett brawler protected. It's a impressive +7. So bringing that total might up to, what is that, 12? Because he goes from 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, 12 total might versus the 8 currently standing. Does he have any bit of spells to try to increase that might?
He has discipline. He has a white flame that he can't play. And I can't see the rest.
I do see the discipline at the top, so he could at least get to 10. If he goes ahead and draws another discipline, that would be a 1-for-1 trade, bringing it up to 12. So does want to go for it. That's discipline number 1. Does he at least have another one? Because right now at total 10 might for the Deadly
that's
Predator.
a defy. That's a defy. Which means that if he used the discipline before, he could have fished for the defy. So in a way that's big for Sett. Now you have to realize that he has no accelerate and that the opponent is going to just lock the ace point with the other battlefield.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right, because now there's no big units, no big might units on Master Yi. You have just 3 runes to work with, 2 of those runes being used for the Zhonya's Hourglass. So has 1 in case he has something like an On Guard for the Clockwork, but no units currently on Sett's board. So has a bit of some work to do as well. He's currently sitting at 4 points, gains 5 from the
Yeah,
hold
but
from the
it
Sett
doesn't
brawler.
care. It doesn't. It's GG.
GG.
Because he can't conquer the other battlefield. He has Sett has almost no accelerate.
Yeah, there is options like first mate, but it will be GG. He wasn't able to take care of the simple Clockwork. Master Yi going up 1 game in this top 32 matchup against our Sett player. And here we go. Looks like Dreaming Tree for Sett. So those Call to Glories, if they're able to get utilized perfectly, is going to be netting him a +1 draw on top of the +3 might. And then a classic usually seen on things like Dazzling Aurora, Master Yi. Still going to be pretty advantageous for a Master Yi player. As we've seen, he just likes to develop board. He still has some big units like that Deadbloom Predator. So I think both standard, but I like the Dreaming Tree for Sett because we saw him get so low on hand. At the end of the day, he only had 1 to 2 cards in hand, and it cost him because he just didn't have enough to try to get over a simple Clockwork. If he had what he has in hand now, like a first mate, that would have maybe done the job because you retreat the brawler, first mate it, and then go after the Clockwork. So I think drawing is very important in this matchup.
Yeah. So I guess you will play the first mate. No.
Or I think they're mulliganing still. I think that this. Oh no, he did tap already. So yeah.
Oh no, he's got a
playing
scout.
cards.
He's like, okay, he's like, do I play my scout on my deckhand? I think you play the free cost. Yep.
Decides to go with just the bigger unit, nice and early.
You need to put so much tempo on the if you want a chance to deal with it.
Oh, and you love to see it on turn one. Two cost units. Getting that portal, getting the clockwork isn't gonna be enough for the 3 might from the first mate, but able to split the difference and try to go after the other battlefield. So not that bad. Especially if you follow things up. If you have something like a discipline to buff one of these guys, that would feel good if you're the Master Yi player. But let's see with 5 runes to work with for this set. We saw him use, and oh, something to note, he changed his champion. Is no longer the Sett
Yeah,
Brawler in
it's
the
the
champion
kingpin.
zone. It's the Sett Kingpin instead.
Oh, and that's a nice challenge here.
Yeah, gets rid of Poro. The 2 might, basically the 2 cost 5
Yeah.
might Poro on a Master Yi. So good challenge. You want to make sure you're proactive about taking him down, and that he did. Looking to go ahead and deploy a Soaring Scout to just fortify that battlefield a little bit more, bringing up the total might hold at 4. So Clockwork nowhere near, even with the discipline, and there was indeed a discipline, it would cause them to trade evenly. So I like these breakpoints these players are thinking about.
Yeah. I really like the idea of like, okay, I'm not going to develop, but right now, I'm just going to remove your thingy.
Still decides to
Okay.
go into the Dreaming Tree, valuing the draw not only from the discipline, but from the ability on the battlefield.
Yeah, that's
so 2
+2.
draws is massive, and it looks like he drew into another one. +4 total might. That should be more than enough. There's no such thing as Call to Glory on no buffs on the current battlefield, but does at least get that Death ability, gets 1 channel rune. But that was big. That's still 2 disciplines out the window for Master Yi. Now you know that information. There's only one
Yeah.
more discipline available to him.
And it's not like the tempo is clearly not the same, because before the Yi was like 3 points ahead, and now it's even. So he's got time to set up his deck. He's got this karma that can start fueling in some buff.
Yeah, we rarely see Karma. That is a tech. When you recycle 1 or more cards, buff a friendly unit. So that's interesting. But getting off a Sett Brawler for now, can't do too much, because as we said before, Sett doesn't really play too many cards besides First Mate that are able to try to be move the very same turn they are played out. So having to pass it back does get a hold point. So Master Yi going up to 2 so far, and plenty of cards to work with. Thinking about going with a simple Clockwork. Does he want to trigger the additional card? And that he does. So goes ahead and recycles for a +1 draw. And I didn't get to see the card. It almost looked like a Primal Strength of his own. No, it was a Kiana.
Yeah.
And let's see, I believe he just has 6 runes available. So could play out the Kiana on top of a 2-cost unit, but probably better to bluff something like another discipline or on guard instead. So I wouldn't blame him to play out the Kiana, most likely in base. Try to get the Conquer ability the following turn. So this is interesting. Let's go ahead and see. I know we saw in game 1, these guys really slow down and make sure they're making the most ideal play each and every turn. So we'll see. Slowly but surely they're going to be getting there.
Yeah. Let's see. And yeah, clearly the tempo. Only 1 battlefield was conquered, so you're happy just developing your units for 1 turn. You're like, okay, no problem. You can have another point.
Yeah, goes with
I'm
just
gonna
a
take my time.
ramp spell so far. Retreats the Clockwork and does go for the full use of his runes. So huge base. Now it doesn't have too much might on that base, but still a lot of units to work with when you send him around. At least they're enough to take down a Soaring Scout. So Poro and 2 Clockworks to work with on the follow-up turn, but plenty of runes. I mean, we'll have to count it up. I think he has a total of 10 runes so far. 2, 4, 6, 8 is what the UI is displaying, but he might have 2 more from that catalyst. 2, 4, 6, 8.
And
Wait.
see, this is the moment where it would be good for Sett to have spend 1 buff, draw 2 cards, spell or something like that. Because right now that would be so good for him. He would just spend his buff and then gets it right after. I think like Sett is lacking 1 or 2 cards like this to just be the same powerhouse as Kaisa or Master Yi. You see what I mean?
Wait, say again.
Yeah, imagine a spell that costs 1, and that's like you spend 1 buff and you draw 2 cards.
Okay. Yeah, you're saying
Yeah,
like a Call to Glory, or what card?
No, just
In general, you're
any,
saying like
yeah, in
like
general,
in general.
just
Okay, I got you.
an orange or yellow spell that's like that says you spend 1 buff, you draw 2 cards. You use it on your set right now. You draw 2 cards, and then you conquer the battlefield, and you get your buff again.
That would be interesting. Maybe he's gonna be a card like that's gonna exist in the future. But champion
Yeah.
Kingpin Sett, it's gonna be hitting the Obelisk of Power. Looks like Pit Rookie might be following him up, adding 1 buff onto that battlefield. So virtually 2 additional might added because of the Sett Kingpin ability, adding 1 might on top of each buff unit. And it looks like Sett's gonna be receiving the buff so far. And we'll go ahead and see. It looks like he did top deck the Dead Bloom, so could have enough. I mean,
Yeah, and he's got 11 runes to work with. That's the problem.
yeah, and there is an On Guard, so has something like a Dead Bloom On Guard to get up to 10. So it doesn't feel too safe. You know, interesting enough, Leroy, we haven't seen Sett's Legend ability used too much in Game 1. Of course, it's still early on. Or did we see it once already?
No, because he spent it. That's the play that we were like, where he spent the Call of Glory when he could have used it to save his unit.
Okay.
So no, we did not see it once.
Looks like he's counting these runes. That looks like 2. So Dead Bloom Predator, most likely the target getting deployed here. And it does go for the Sett Brawler on the Dreaming Tree. Does he have to force to do something like an On Guard? He's not. He's just going to simply use the Sett ability. Get rid of a buff to save your unit virtually. So Sett coming into effect, saving your Brawler for a potential push going forward, and he passes it, so that Obelisk of Power netting him an additional hold point. This is looking pretty decent for Sett so far. He has to find a way of gaining a buff though. Does he at least?
He's got that karma. Oh, and he's got that another now spell.
Yeah, the Pit Rookie. So he has a
He's got Pit Rookie. He's got karma, and he's got the bra like that. So he's got a lot of way to deal with them.
Yeah.
Did we see a Defy in Mr. Yi's hand?
I haven't seen it yet. Perhaps it's been behind some of those other cards. So I think the options for him, he's trying to find a way of getting a buff onto the Sett Brawler. So thinking about, do I want to go for a Pit Rookie or the Karma? If you play the Karma, you have to have a way of recycling or something. And I don't think there's a way of recycling just yet. So goes for the straightforward approach. So gets a buff on Sett Brawler. Uses Sett Brawler's ability to get +4 might on it. So he's right now at current 4 or +4. So bringing up to 8 total might. That's even. That's even on Master Yi. But keep in mind, Master Yi goes up to 2 more while
So
defending
now
alone.
He's going to, go with 12.
Yeah,
with the
Karma
Karma
hitting the
buff.
board. We rarely see that from Sett. That is kind of spicy, I feel like.
I have seen it several times. Honestly, I'm more surprised by the scout than this Karma. And it can, not with consistency, but there are one or two things that you can do that make it recycle and get some 1, 2, 3 buff. It's not
Now
bad.
the question for Karma, does it trigger, because it has vision, so you look at the top and you can't recycle it. So if you choose to recycle from the vision, does it automatically buff? I feel like that would work that way.
Yeah, that works that way.
Okay.
which is why Karma is an okay card. Else it would be terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty much getting a +1 buff as soon as you hit the board. So I think that's why he has it in his deck. But the Sett Brawler going down, even trade against the Deadbloom. Now Clockwork easily able to take it down, but Karma not too bad. It does have 6 might, so easily more than something like even the Poro going up to 5 might. So it has to be considered of that as well. But Master Yi plenty of runes to work with on his turn.
Okay. Developing the champion.
It does enter ready. It does have a total of 6 might. I wonder if he's trying to think of a play, trying to think of a line of taking the battlefield, the only battlefield that Sett controls so far. Because if he takes that battlefield, that's almost certainly taking control of the game. That's 3 total units from Sett. Actually, that's no, that is 3 total units. Oh, the sabotage, taking out the primal strength. That's massive, Leroy.
Yeah. And basically, I think he wanted to go on the battlefield with the primal strength to also draw one. With his Sett, the problem is that he was playing around the Defy, and it was like, I need to get the battlefield right now. But maybe he should have raised the Defy and just use the Sett buff after. I don't know. No, maybe I'm lost. It's hard to count.
It's okay. These players are doing some high intricate plays. It looks like he's leaning
No,
towards
that's good.
the charm.
That's good if you keep the buff. So you buff with the Pit Rookie, and you go with the Primal Strength against the Deadbloom, and so you're at 13. So even if there's Unguard or Discipline, you don't. There's no trade. The only issue is that's a tough one.
Yeah, that is a tough one. Sett defending alone, or Master Yi defending alone, so going up to 8 total might. Having to trigger the Sett ability to protect the Kingpin, and that he does. Keeps it safe for now. Comes at a cost of a recycle, but doesn't that trigger Karma, or does Karma only read on your turn? Because don't you recycle the rune? You may recycle 1 or more cards.
That doesn't count the runes.
Oh, runes aren't cards. I read the last ability. I'll pull it up on stream. It does say runes aren't cards, so it has to be from the deck or from an ability as a card interaction.
Else it would be actually broken.
Broken. Just summoning Karma with the pay the 1 power, right, would trigger that.
It's over.
So Karma did have the 6, doesn't have anything to defend it with, not even a discipline, not even an on guard. So that's a big telltale sign that he doesn't have any combat tricks. We've seen the Defy. It looks like there was a Find Your Center, so only one of those other cards, he has 3 cards in hand, could have been the on guard. So goes up to 5 himself, tying things up. How are you getting rid of the Master Yi champion on the Dreaming Tree though? He's gonna check the drop. He's gonna say, what other combat tricks can you have? We saw you play 2 disciplines as we said before.
1 on guard. So he's got 3 left max.
Yeah, we saw 1, so 2 left in the deck. I love this. I love seeing the full information from your opponent before deciding committing to a certain play. That's a sign of a high level player. Goes for the Pit Rookie, plays out the Sentry of first. If you put a Soaring Scout, it is going to be a +1 buff, but that is it. Completely out of tools in the toolbox in terms of having cards in hand. That's tough. That is super tough. Despite having a Dreaming Tree, wasn't able to capitalize too much on the draw capabilities from Dreaming Tree. And
that's why he should have gone with the Primal Strength when trying to reconquer against instead of the Karma when going against the Deadbloom.
Yeah, it's a tricky situation. Let's see if Master Yi, because he still has plenty of cards to work with. It looks like a total of at least 4 to 5 cards, a whole lot more than 0. You're forcing your opponent, not forcing your opponent, but on the other side, your opponent is forced to just simply top deck to find answers. He has good board development nonetheless. And Clockwork just simply trading with the pit rookie, perhaps something like a
He's got a
Dead
dead
Bloom.
bloom.
Yeah, I smelled the Dead Bloom as well, going big, respectable 8 might versus the 6 might from the Karma, going up to 7. It looks like Master Yi is just one hold away. One hold away
finished.
from moving forward into top 16. Can he hold one of these battlefields? Sett Kingpin. It's a big unit, but might not be big enough because keep in mind, guys, Master Yi +2 on each
It's 9
character
on
that
one
defends
board.
alone.
And 10 on the other board. And yeah, okay, you're saving Citria. And now how do you retake?
Yeah, how are we getting over the Dead Bloom
Oh, it's a
Predator?
vengeance.
Oh, kill one unit. We don't see that card too often. Wow, what a top deck for our Sett player.
Okay, it's not over till it's over. No, why don't you go there? Why don't you no, you don't have cards, so maybe it's better to go there because the opponent has to retake here. And then he's not on the Dreaming Tree and cannot get card draw. Okay, sure. The Faithfolk would be the worst, the best draw for him right now.
Yeah, and you know, we
or
haven't
another
seen
Dead
him
Bloom, though.
play the Tasty Faithfolk as of now, so it looks like, I wonder if he is playing Tasty. I mean, he is a mid-range to late game, so perhaps he is playing, but goes for the Kiana for now. Just looking forward for the next turn. The Soaring Scout with that hold is only going to be going up to 7, but goes Sentria.
Oh, that's a smart
Ooh.
play.
Is there a potential first mate? Oh, no, I like that. So he can't get 2 battlefields in the same.
Yeah.
What a smart charm. You rarely see it. Oh, wow. These players are playing at a different level. So cool.
Okay. He's like, I'm going to try to hold.
And it could
is
work.
there,
These players are game point, 1 point away from locking in respective games. What is that? 4, 5, 6, 7 total might. That's what's going to be defending for our Sett player. Can this Master Yi overtake 7 total might?
No, he's got Catalyst of Air on Zonia and Defy, I think, right now.
Oh, it looks like Sett is going to be taking it. There's no wiggle room. There's no cards right now for
That's
Master
crazy.
Yi.
The top deck of Vengeance. I thought it was so over.
Yeah, look at him praying
Look
to
at him
the
praying.
RNG gods. I top deck the Vengeance, kill 1 unit. Impressive. I think Sett's going to be bringing us to that game 3 in the best of 3. The Tasty Faithfolk, wait a second. That's 6 might with Kiana. That brings you up to 10.
Oh, yes, I won.
Master Yi won.
I didn't
Wait,
see the Faithfolk.
when did he get the Tasty
Faithfolk?
Faithfolk?
I don't know.
Oh, you know what
because
it
he was at 7. To draw
Yeah,
from
the
the 7.
Clockwork. Both of the RNG
No.
gods helping these players out. On the Sett player, top decking the Vengeance. On the Master Yi player,
No.
top decking the Tasty Faithfolk. Unbelievable turn of events to end our best to end this game 3 or the game 2
Okay, that
in
was
the top 32.
That was beautifully played from both players. That was a great game to watch.